Yahweh Shai, Yah meaning he, Yahweh Shai, different. Because Yahweh Shai is so-called black man, Scripture say he's the savior, man. He's going to save the elect or the remnant of our nation, man. The so-called Negroes, so-called Latinos, and so-called Native American Indians. We come out here to let them know. And that's what you are, man. So-called Negroes and Latinos, the Israelites. Okay? That's what you are known in the H-room, Yahshua Allah. Okay? Yah meaning he, Shah, Prince, and Allah. Now God, he is a prince of God, or the Most High. Alright? And we the Hebrew Israelites is bringing it out. Also like to say, double honors to the elders of Great Millstone that taught us his truth. And a salutation to the brothers out there.
1 minute,
Begin your chapter 21, verse 25. Sorry, give me back to 24, verse 25.
Right, it's Matthew 24, verse 3. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming and the end of the world?
Right, because the disciples was basically inquiring of Yahweh Shai. Okay, because, they're all their teacher at the time. He's basically saying, look, when it's going to be the end of this world, man, what signs should we be looking for? And the word world, it's not referring to the actual earth itself. Okay? The earth is always going to be it. The word world, in that sense, is going to be Greek. The word there is eon, which means age. When it's going to be the end of this age, or interrupted mission. Okay?
yeah.
This is Ecclesiastes chapter 1, verse 4. One generation passeth away, and another generation cometh, but the earth abideth forever. Right? The earth is always going to be here. Translation from one people to another people. Okay?
It's the second Ezra, chapter 6, verse 9.
Start
Verse 8. Second Ezra, chapter 6, verse 7. And then answered I and said, What shall be the parting asunder of the times? Or when shall be the end of the first? And the beginning of it that followeth?
Right, read that again.
And he answered and said, What shall be the parting asunder of the times?
Right, so when is it going to be the parting asunder of the times? That is from this when should be the signs of the end of this age? Or these rulership? Okay? This is what the word world means in that verse. Matthew chapter 24, verse 3. But that's the question that every so-called black man and every so-called Hispanic man should be asking. When is it going to be the end of this present time, man? When is it going to be the end of this present world? Why? Because our people are in a low condition. They're on a lower state. Okay? There's a lot of hatred among our nations towards one another, among ourselves, man.
Or when?
What you need to do is listen.
answer me. No, I will go away. Yeah, this one. That one.
Sister, just ask his brother, he's a speaker, just ask him. You want to ask him? Apocrypha. Oh, this one.
And then he answered I and said, what shall be the parting asunder of the times? Or when shall be the end of the first, and the beginning of it that followeth?
So we want to know when is it going to be the end of this rulership, this first heavens, okay? This first rulership and the beginning of it that followeth, man, which is the world to come. And we're out here to let you know that there's going to be a kingdom, man, a kingdom for our nation, and it's going to be established on this earth, all right? And all these other nations, they're going to be slaves for us, man. They're going to be servants for us. That's something that you so-called black men, so-called children should want. Okay? Because all these other nations, they benefited from our downfall. They benefited from our destruction. And here it is, you're in a low condition. You don't respect one another. Women don't respect you. Okay? The scriptures say that we're a reproach among the nations, meaning we're a disappointment. All these other nations look down on us, man. And we're a derision unto them, meaning they make mockery of us, man. We don't shoot people. Everybody in the world can see the shame of the so-called Negroes. They can see the so-called black women on TV, on the internet. Okay? You see the so-called black man walking down the street with his pants are sagging. Alright? Anytime a so-called black man want to show hatred, he's showing hatred towards his own. Somebody who look just like him. So basically we want to know when all this is going to end. Okay? Where is the so-called white man, okay, going to stop exploiting, okay, and oppressing the so-called Negro and Latino? You see what's going on over there in the States, how so-called black men are being shut down indiscriminately, man. Baltimore, okay? Like I said, we see all the signs, man. That's why we're going into this thing right now. Okay? This is very crucial. This is something that, a question that every brother should be asking. Where's going to be the end of this hell? This hell time. So kind of madness, man. You got transgenderism, you got trans sexuality, you got people changing their gender, and you got men, you know, got madness like this, man, you know, and he's showing what he really is, the caveman, like he really is, man. Who's that? That's that type of man that's ruling the world, man, and he's pretty much into a caveman condition. Okay, that's why you see the black woman, she's like a chocolate white woman. She's like a chocolate, she's like a Edomite woman into chocolate. You sound like, and we can go deeper, but anyway, go ahead.
Verse 7. Then he answered I and said, what shall be the parting asunder of the times? Or when shall be the end of the first, and the beginning of it that followeth?
Yeah, because we want to know the beginning of the world that followed after this one, man. Because the church is going all wrong. They think that this earth is going to end, the Lord's going to come, everybody's going to die. Okay, and good people are going to take it to heaven, bad people are going to burn in hell. They don't know that there's going to be a world to come, man. Meaning a rulership and age to come. Go ahead.
That's right. Verse 8.
Wait a minute.
Second Exodus 8 and 1. And he answered me, saying, the Most High have made this world for many, but the world to come for few. Second Exodus 8 and 1. And he answered me, saying, the Most High has made this world for many.
As you can see, there's billions of people on planet Earth, man. There's billions of people on planet Earth. They say, oh, the statistics is 7.5 billion. Okay?
6.5 billion.
Yeah. There's so many people that actually fit in the crowd, man. Okay? There's too many people. That's why the elites, they want something called Georgia Guidestones, man.
Hi guys.
They want to take out 6.5 billion people.
And he answered me, saying, the Most High has made this world for many, but the world to come for few.
Exactly, because in the world to come, there's going to be a shortage of people. Because the scriptures talk about the second death. The second death, I'll just briefly explain, is the great global nuclear destruction, man. The fire and brimstone, the nuclear war that's coming. In the world to come, there's going to be a different life on the planet Earth.
Right, this is Second Ezra 8 and 3. There be many created, but few shall be saved.
There's many people, there's many spirits walking around right now. There's all kind of spirits walking around. Okay? But there's only going to be a elect of those spirits that are going to be saved, man. Alright? For what? The great destruction that's coming. Okay?
Verse 8. And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac,
Abraham unto Isaac, these are two black men.
when Jacob and Esau were born of him,
Jacob and Esau. Esau, as you so called Europeans.
Was Benjamin a black man?
Benjamin was a black man.
That's what I thought.
So it said Jacob and Esau were born of him because Jacob was a so-called black man. Okay. Jacob was a so-called black man, and the word Jacob in the ancient Hebrew is Yaakov, which means supplanter. Because what happened is that Jacob supplied his brother Esau for his birthright. Esau is the progenitor of the so-called Europeans. If you ever wanted to know the first so-called white man that ever walked the earth, it was a man called Ashur. He came out ready for the Genesis.
Right, this is Genesis 20.
We're about to read, okay, where you so-called Europeans come from. Where?
Right, this is Genesis 25 and 25.
Where?
And the first came out red all over, like a hairy garment. I think it's not 21. This is Genesis 25 and 25. And Isaac entreated the Lord for his wife, because she was barren. And the Lord was entreated of him. And Rebekah, his wife, conceived.
I'm not being nasty, fella, but I can misread the Quran as well. It doesn't make it right.
And the children struggled together within them.
I'm not a Christian. I can misread stuff.
She said, if it is so, why am I
I can
thus?
misrepresent stuff as well.
And she went to inquire of the Lord.
So you're going to ignore me when he's doing that? And the reason being is, you understand the fact that at the end of the day, he's prophesying lies. As much as you're prophesying lies, I can do, I misread the Quran. How do you know? I've read more.
How do you know?
How do you know what was preached to you? No, sorry, my friend, but how do you know what was preached to you? How do you know what was preached to you?
First and foremost, you don't know the people of the Bible are. Sorry? You know who the people of the Bible are. What you learned was lies. We're bringing out the truth.
Sorry, you're saying what I said.
You asked me how do I know
2,000 years ago, 2,000 years ago, the Bible was supposedly written as spot charts, sorry, 2,000 years ago, the Quran was written. Right? So, it was written, but it was written when it was written. And it was written in context at the time it was written. Right? So he can stand there and I'm not. At the end of it, it was written when it was written, and it was written in context.
Basically, you're trying to say it's written in a language other than English.
Yes, it was.
Right.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. And at that
This is a translation.
time, it was written in context that it was. No, sorry. It was written. It was written in context that you may or may not agree with. But it was 2,000. It doesn't make it right. It doesn't make it wrong.
Mark, you got
You can argue.
Yeah, it's in my bag.
Just fine. I can disagree with what you want to
Big thing.
I'm going to tell you this. Your elites, the Rothschilds, different film producers that make movies about the Bible, they know something that you don't. They know the Bible is valid. They know it's valid. They know it's not fairy tale. Otherwise, they wouldn't make a single thing about the Bible. You wouldn't waste time spending money getting different actors. They know the Bible is God.
or maybe they're just making
Maybe they know something that you don't.
or maybe they're just making money out of it.
And nothing making money, but I'm gonna be honest, I like it not.
You can stand there and you can slag it all you want. Just as much as I can slag the Quran if I wanted to. I wouldn't. And the reason being is because people believe in it.
I'll ask you a question. Where are you from?
Bolton. Manchester.
Right, this is a compact Bible dictionary, right? This is put together by scholars, yeah? Local Jewish scholars. It says here, this is King James, says here, 47 of the best Hebrew and Greek scholars of the day were divided into 6
spend my time
3 for the Old Testament, 2 for the New, and 1 for the Apocrypha. 2 groups met at Oxford, 2 at Cambridge.
I'm not saying that. Some muppet writes something.
Why would they waste their time if they knew the Bible was
Some muppet writes something that isn't right.
You don't know nothing. What the hell do you know about the Bible?
Just as much as you do, my friend. What you've read. What you have read.
Who are the people of the Bible?
What is the Bible?
Who are the people of the Bible?
Just anyone's read it. Just as same as just the people that have read it. I read it too.
2 Thessalonians 5 and 21.
That's fine.
Prove all
I'll tell you
things.
what, instead of
You can't prove that.
I'll tell you what, mate, instead of doing the hypocrisy of the Bible,
Hold fast that which is good.
the Bible, and then
2 Thessalonians 5 and 21.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
Prove all things.
You can't prove that. You know, people come up, the scriptures talk about people speaking ignorantly of things they know nothing about, man. Like brute beasts. You got to get 2 Peter, man. Chapter 3, going to the last day of the service. Right? Because in this time, you got 40 of sitting great dignity, man. So everybody thinks everything's a game and a joke, man.
2 Peter chapter 3 verse 3. Knowing this first, that there shall come in the last days scoffers, walking after their own lust.
That's the time we're in right now. Yeah, a scoffer is somebody that makes mockery of something, man. Okay? You got people making mockery of us. Why? Because they just see some guys wearing some garments. Okay? Teaching out the Bible. So they think it's a joke. But little do they know is that this is how the Mosai does his thing. This is how the Mosai does his operation, man. Through the foolishness of preaching. Okay? That we are a stumbling stone to the vast majority of our people.
And saying, where is the promise of his coming?
That's what they're saying. They're saying, where you guys have been saying the Lord is going to return for years, man. You've been saying that for years. Where is it? Where is it, man? Okay? That's why you had a lot of people, a lot of niggas drop out the truth. Why? Because this thing didn't happen quick enough for them, man. Back in 1999, the elders always speak about it, man. Then by the year 2000, a whole bunch of niggas dropped out of the old school. Because the whole thing was that by 2000, they thought the Lord would come. But he never came. Go ahead.
And where is the promise of his coming? For since the fathers fell asleep, all things continue as they were from the beginning of the creation.
Exactly, saying nothing's changed. Everything's continued on as normal. And nothing changed. We always speak about change. And nothing's really changed. But we're still out here, man. The whole point is, if you're of the elect, you're going to stay doing this work, man. Prophesying and teaching each week. And if you're not of the elect, this is a for you. We're gonna go back to no, it's okay, bro. Sorry, we'll bring it back to second year.
Go back to second edge, yeah?
This is the so-called white man. It's the mighty man of the world. It's the one that the so-called black man trusted. Walking around just because of him. That's show you how crazy the black woman is. She'll try and make the black man follow after the example of the so-called white man. The so-called white man promoted all kind of fraud and immorality. Showing you that you so-called black men, the way forward isn't following after you man. You gotta learn to be more spiritual, more spiritually minded, man. Start thinking like men, man. Okay? A man will want to see the fall of his enemies. Okay? A man wants vengeance, man, of his adversaries. A man is devoted towards his nation, his people.
Isaiah 46:8. Remember this and show yourselves men.
Yeah, you so-called black, and you know how you show yourselves as men? By coming onto this truth, man, because this truth shows you how to be a man. When you start keeping the laws, statutes, and commandments, people think that that's long for me. But that actually trains you how to be a man, man, like growing your beard. It disciplines you. Like you're not meant to be looking upon another man's wife, man. It teaches you integrity. Okay? Right? It teaches you to live in an upright fashion. And it really teaches you to hate wickedness. To have a disdain for abomination. That's what the laws really teach you, man. And to be righteous, really. There's the type of Bibles that's going on in the Bible. And it said that
Free drinks, fuck that.
Right, this is Deuteronomy 22:5. The woman shall not wear which that pertaineth unto a man. Neither shall a man put on a woman's garment.
You know? You got men dressing up like women, and you got emasculated females out here, man, trying to thinking that they equal to men, man.
but against principalities,
Alright?
against
So we know
powers,
this place needs to be
against
destroyed.
rulers of
Like
darkness
I
of this
said, we
world,
want to see the end of the first, this rulership. Okay?
They got true warfare. It's not against
Let's go
another
back.
human being.
Verse 8.
Warfare is life.
And he said unto me,
Read chapter.
the second Ezra, chapter 6, verse 8. And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him. Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau.
Right, because really that's symbolic of Jacob bringing down Esau.
God so loved the world.
Okay? That goes back to
For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth.
because Esau is in power right now. Okay? Esau is the so-called white man, as we've already mentioned.
Let's forgive each other.
Alright, boys.
Love your enemies. Love your enemies.
Go back to Esau.
I will show you that goes. That goes you.
Again, Luke chapter 21, verse 25.
Right, this is Matthew, chapter 24 and 3. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming? And the end of the world?
End of this age. Certain signs, certain signs that we gotta be looking for that basically edify us in the end of this present world, present age. Okay, we're gonna go into it.
Luke chapter 21, verse 25. And there shall be signs in the sun, and in the moon, and in the stars, and upon the earth. Distress of nations with perplexity, the sea and the waves roaring.
Read that again.
Luke 21 verse 25. There shall be signs in the sun.
Right, because you know you got eclipses. Alright? Basically when the moon blocks out the sun. Go ahead.
Signs in the sun and in the moon.
Right, because you got your blood moons or red moons. And you've had a couple of those happening, man. Okay? And the scriptures foretell that these things, that we see these things at the end of the so-called white man's power, man. And there's only going to be the prophets that are going to see these things and understand it, man. Okay?
And in the moon, and in the stars, and upon the earth, distress of nations.
Seeing that happening, man. Okay? Seeing the distress of nations all around the world.
Bless
We
those
have a
that
third
curse
world
you.
war brewing in the Middle East. Okay?
The reason being,
America
curse
basically,
those.
they're going to try and go into Iran. That's what's going to kick off
That curse will come back on
the
you.
third world war.
Because what you sow is what you reap. But if you bless those,
Distress of nations with perplexity, the sea and the waves roaring.
Seeing the waves represent civilizations.
Some people create waves. Can we live together? Can we live in peace and harmony?
But that's the thing with the social values. They always talk about this.
I accept your culture. And why can't you accept my culture?
I know, but you devils, you can't live
I'm not
side by
devil.
side.
I'm not devil.
Anybody into
Why am I devil? I would like to accept your culture, and I embrace your culture, and I understand.
And the Arabs know
I understand. No,
Revelation 17 verse 15.
I'm quite happy.
And he saith unto me, the waters which thou shalt set west